Look down at the nearest roll of toilet paper, the tissue on the table, the napkin, the paper towel, the soft cardboard box your phone shipped in. There's a good chance all of it started as a single tree, grown on the far side of the planet, in Brazil. Brazil quietly grows the fiber the world wipes, blows, and wraps with. Most people have never once thought about where paper comes from. It comes from here, and there's a catch buried in that story. Let me show you. First strange thing, the tree isn't even Brazilian. Eucalyptus is from Australia. Brazil borrowed it a little over a century ago and turned it into an industrial crop. Endless rows of one tree bred to grow fast. In Brazil, that tree is ready to cut in about 7 years. Up in the cold north, the same idea crawls. Canada, Finland, Sweden, decades for a single harvest. Brazil grows several times more fiber on the same land every year. It is simply the cheapest place on earth to grow paper. Why so fast? 3 things: stacked, year-round tropical sun, genetics bred specifically for fiber, and 100 years of forestry science. But cheap trees don't build a global champion by themselves. The company at the center is called Suzano. It was founded back in 1924. Its modern scale was assembled from older state-backed firms. In 2019, it absorbed its biggest rival, a merger worth over $11 billion. And Brazil's State Development Bank helped make it happen. In 2024, it lit up the largest single pulp line on the planet, $4.5 billion. Today, it can make over 13 million tons of pulp a year. In 2025, it posted record revenue, around 50 billion reais. Brazil is the world's biggest exporter of this fiber. Here's the catch I promised you. It sells the fiber, not the roll. The pulp leaves on a ship, China, Europe, the United States. There, someone else's factory presses it into tissue, diapers, premium paper, and someone else's brand takes the margin on the shelf. The tree is Brazilian, the famous name on the roll is not. Eucalyptus is about a quarter of all the tissue fiber made on Earth. If you've watched this channel, you already know this song. Brazil grows the coffee, but doesn't own the cup. It mines the iron, but China makes the steel. It digs the lithium, but China owns the chemistry. Paper is the same story, written in fiber. Except this time, Brazil is trying to rewrite the ending. Suzano doesn't want to sell raw fiber forever. It's buying its way up the chain. In 2024, it bid $15 billion for an American paper giant. That one fell through. Then, in June 2025, it went bigger. It bought control of Kimberly-Clark's international tissue business, Kleenex Scott Cottonelle, in more than 70 countries. Suddenly, the company that grows the fiber also owns the brand on the box, at least abroad. It's the same move Brazil's meat packers made. Don't just sell the raw thing, buy the chain that sells it. But there's a cost the brochure leaves out. The same tree that makes the cheapest fiber has another name. The Green Desert. Endless identical rows planted for machines. They drink enormous amounts of water and host almost no wildlife. Whole landscapes turned into a single species. In some towns, plantations cover up to 70% of the land, over former rainforest. Indigenous and Quilombola families have watched their springs dry up beside the rows. The advantage and the damage are the same fact. So look at that roll again. A tree that isn't even from here. Grown faster than anywhere on Earth, shipped across an ocean. And stamped with a name that isn't Brazilian. A forest is not a product. Fiber is just potential paper. The deeper pattern, coffee, iron, lithium, all of it, is on the channel.